I leveled up on Fortnite this weekend.
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 I want to start this off by saying, look, the slop channel, known as MSA, has finally changed its name to MSA after years of being MSA previously, My Story Animated, which is more complicated than the previous title. They could have just changed it and no one would have cared. Did the Israeli owners of this channel go ahead and say, these Goyim are rebelling against us because of the title of our channel. Quick, change it to a simpler title. Also, when I decided, I'm bored, let me pick up on this slop channel. Let me make fun of it a little bit. I had to scroll back 5 months just to find something that would make this video less than 45 minutes long. And there's even 2-hour movies on here that I'm just never gonna watch. Maybe if this video gets traction, I'll do a stream or something. I doubt it will. But I find it interesting they're actually focusing on larger movie stories, because I think they realize they can't tell a compelling story in 11 minutes, like we'll see here. Also, I'm not surprised this video's 35 minutes long. The script is pretty long. This is not in the script I'm saying right now, but also, for those of you who don't know, MSA has 2 or 3 animation styles. I don't know if there's a third one. I'm not gonna check hundreds of videos to see. But here are the main 2 they use. It used to be 5 of them. But some of them looked so hideous that the videos had to be scrubbed because it looked like cubism, but with no artistic value at all. It was so hideous. I tried to find one of these videos. I could not find it because it just scrubbed from the internet completely. There's 2 notable animation styles they use. There's this one, which is kind of high quality, and then they have this one. Well, the first one is probably made by their actual workers, and then the second one, which is way less, way lower quality, is probably made from their slave workers in Dubai. But anyways, let's just get into the video. The title is My Nightmare Started When I Entered High School. Also, I'm 500% sure there'll be 10-year-old kids in the comments saying something along the lines of, "You are jealous of MSA's success and you've never worked hard or worked hours to make something for people and to enjoy." First of all, I'm not jealous about this slop content made by slave workers literally made for 4-year-old retards. And second of all, that's literally what my main channel is about. It's literally made to be a high quality content with hours put into it for people to enjoy. Link in description. And first of all, okay, yeah, I already read that. Now let's get this cleared up. Now that we have this cleared up, let's get into the video. So, what are these subtitles? Is this a leak that they're not supposed to show to the public? What is this?
Alright, let's clear this up. This whole Goldilocks and the 3 bears story? Total nonsense. Bears, please. If I'd seen one, I'd have bolted. Want to know what really happened? Well, it involves uncovering the biggest secret of my life. And yes, meeting a ridiculously handsome prince. Hey, why should Cinderella and Rapunzel get a prince in their stories and not me?
So, what if we, did what Disney did, where they remake classics and make them bad, but instead of it at least being visually pleasing, we gave, it to, our slaves, and they did cheap labor, so we made a profit. Dude, the retard levels are gonna be, insane. They're gonna be, off the charts in this video. I can already tell, just the way this is based. It's gonna be, get it? It's the 3 Goldilocks and the bear story. It's gonna be, slop. Okay, but let's get into it. Let's continue.
I'm Goldilocks, and I'm from Belgium.
The original story was made in England, not Belgium. The story doesn't really take place in any specific country, but why wouldn't you just pick England instead of Belgium? It just makes more sense. And which Israeli writer was but sir, I can't really do a good accent. I have to practice it minutes before. What if we educated the guy? Okay, I'm just not gonna do an accent here. What if we just educated the kids and taught them about countries that are less known to the young children that watch our show. He probably got fired for this, honestly. If he didn't, that's actually surprising, but let's see.
I grew up in a tiny cabin in the woods, surrounded by endless trees and animals that, spoiler alert, don't burst into songs like in the movies. It was just me, Mom, and Dad. Dad was a carpenter who made furniture out of fallen trees, and Mom sold crafts at fairs, our version of Amazon Prime. We lived simply, growing our own food.
Because I am 100% sure that you cannot live off of carrots. I'm 100% sure you can't live off carrots. Now, this animation has every opportunity to prove me wrong by showing maybe other farmland or showing that they eat animals as well. But if I don't see any farmland aside from this clip, then I'll have to determine that this family lives purely off of carrots alone, which is impossible.
Reading by candlelight, and with no electricity or Wi-Fi. I had no clue what I was missing out on.
Quick, add a poop joke to make the goyim laugh.
I was always super curious by nature, and Mom always warned me that it would get me into trouble, but I never listened.
By the way, for those who don't know, I made a bingo card for these animations, and we already have marked several of them. You can check the description for a link of 8 options. You could just pick one you like, and then you can play along. They're all shuffled, so I don't know if any of them actually win, but we'll see.
Goldilocks, what are you doing? The door says, do not enter. Remember, curiosity killed the cat. Yeah, but don't cats have 9 lives? I'm just trying to live my best one. What happened when I told you not to touch the beehive? But we get honey from there. How cool is that? Not when your face swelled up like a balloon. Some things are better left alone. You should play it safe, like your dad and me. We work hard and life isn't always easy, but at least it's real. And by being real, you'll always fit in.
This is true. Unless you're a complete raging retarded faggot, then you'll most likely fit in by simply not being performative. This is mainly aimed at younger people, because I know young children watch this slop channel. Maybe in middle school it's a little bit different, especially if you're around black people, for example. But most people don't honestly care as long as you're not a retarded as hell. Even if you're faggoted, there's a group for that. But as long as you're not retarded, you'll most likely fit in.
But everything changed when I started high school in a small town outside the forest. After being homeschooled, I knew things would be different. I had an epic meltdown before I left. Please, just button up your shirt. You don't want to be late on your first day. But it's too tight. Then wear the blouse. It itches. I know, my t-shirt is just right.
Get it? It's like when the Goldilocks story, too hot, too cold, just right. Dude, how autistic do you have to be to put this together and say, this is actually brilliant? Dude, this is slop content. This is something their slave team made on a Friday.
Oh no, but it won't match my shoes. High school was a whole new world. No more dodging tree branches or picking berries. Suddenly, I was navigating crowded hallways and trying to crack the code of cafeteria clicks.
This is again targeting the very young audience that watches MSA. That's not a real thing. Most people just sit with their friend groups.
No matter how hard I tried, I just didn't fit in. Also, it took me so long commuting back and forth from school, and it was super tiring. So when I spotted a neon flyer at school advertising available spots in new on-campus housing...
You live in Belgium. That place is overrun with Moroccan immigrants who will turn the entire country into a regime. They can't afford housing on campuses, let alone high school campuses. That's not a real thing. No country has ever done that. That's not real. That's not even remote. That's never been proposed. No high school in the world, unless it's a super private high school, has dormitory. And MSA will do this thousands of times. This is not a one-time thing they do. They do this in half the stories.
I saw my chance to make some real friends. Sure, there would be chaperones around.
Also, I know this technically doesn't count, but when I wrote on the bingo card, main character is black and not violent, I meant any character. So you can just mark that off your bingo card real quick if you want to.
But I'd also finally have a little space for Mom and Dad. Be yourself, and please, trust that your new roommates will see how brilliant you are. And maybe this time, try not to do the whole which seat is the most perfect analysis out loud. Noted. I was bouncing with excitement to meet my new roommates, praying they'd like me. Turns out, I had nothing to worry about. The door opened to the—
Yo! Is that Jack Neal? My GOAT interviewed the best political commentator in America. He's the GOAT.
most handsome guy I'd ever seen, with blonde waves and sparkling blue eyes.
That sounds a lot like Ashtar?
I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. She said, you come from la 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 la. But when it blows and then thunder, you hear the king and the thunder. And I run and I take cover.
Hi, I'm Rupert. Let me get those bags for you.
He casually lifted my heavy suitcase with one muscly arm like it was nothing. Winnie was like a walking fashion magazine, with highlighted curls cascading down her back.
Ooh, what fun. Somebody needs a makeover. You can borrow my clothes anytime. And you should.
Insufferable faggot, number 1.
Teddy was this cute tech hippie who was always meditating in designer clothes.
Your aura is amazing. Now, tell me everything about yourself.
Insufferable faggot, number 2.
Finally, someone who wanted to know about me. We all clicked instantly. Even when I started my usual Goldilocks seating analysis, they didn't flinch. Okay, so sitting on this end of the
You can check off main character is retarded.
sofa would give me a chill because it's by the door, and the other end is no good because you can't see the TV. But the middle, it's just perfect, halfway to the kitchen and the exit.
Wow, I've never thought about it that way.
So cute. You should live in my pocket.
Please, tell me more about your seating philosophy.
This man proceeded to become president and imported 500 million immigrants from the Middle East.
At first, they seemed like an absolute dream. Winnie and I would spend hours laughing as she styled me.
You're practically my twin. You must come to New York and meet my family.
Yeah, because a New Yorker definitely has an LA accent while living in Belgium. Horrible story writing.
They'll probably want to adopt you.
Rupert always offered to help put up shelves and fix stuff, and always wore a tool belt.
Sometimes it's hard being this beautiful.
These are high schoolers, by the way, so you can mark off the secularization of children box. The plot hasn't given us anything to think that these aren't literally freshmen. You can mark that off already.
I've heard it can stall your career.
Teddy always complimented me and had my favorite frothy coffee in hand.
Here's a little thank you. Now that you're here, the room's brighter, and the energy levels have skyrocketed.
I felt most at ease with Teddy. I couldn't help wonder if he liked me, and a part of me hoped he'd ask me out.
I think Teddy is the reason for the declining Western birth rate.
But just as I was settling in, things got weird. I started wondering where Winnie got all her clothes. She rocked the latest trends daily without repeating outfits, and kept giving me tons of clothes too. Seriously, how could she afford that on a high school budget?
Her parents were born in New York. They're probably stacked if they can afford to live there.
Oh, my mom has a boutique in San Fran.
I thought you were from New York. I noticed Winnie blushing.
Oh, yeah, they moved because of bed bugs.
Is this supposed to be propaganda? Like, what did they say? What's the guy's name? The mayor? When they said, oh, Mom Dottie, when he wins, the billionaires will all move out. Every company will leave. What? Why? There's just nothing he said that would make them. Also, why would they leave New York? That's like the capital of the USA, practically, economically wise. They're not going to just leave. That's not how it works.
Then one time, when I asked Teddy to fix the Wi-Fi, I caught him frantically searching YouTube for a tutorial.
I was just double-checking. Old electrics. Better safe than sorry.
The building was brand new, and wasn't he a tech guy? But the
Hey, high schooler, fix my internet. What do you mean all you know how to do is connect 10 wires in Roblox's industrialization? You're supposed to be an expert.
The real head-scratcher came when I found Rupert coming out of a room I'd never noticed before. He was locking it up when I caught him.
Oh, it's just my personal gym. I'm a bit funny about people using my equipment, so please respect that and don't go in.
Here's the thing, he was never sweaty afterward.
Because he's Jack Neal, you retard. He was interviewing the GOAT while on a rocket ship to Agartha.
My curiosity got the better of me, and one day, when everyone was out, I stood in front of the mysterious door. Rupert must have forgotten to lock it. Mom's warning about curiosity killing the cat echoed in my head, but I couldn't resist. Just as I reached for the doorknob, I felt a presence behind me. I spun around to find Winnie.
You will love this top. Let's try it on.
I saw her impeccable timing as a sign to stay away.
Yeah, do not touch the entrance to Agartha, you foid. That is sacred entrance.
I soon had no time to think about the door, as Teddy roped me into organizing his costume party. He kept piling on tasks. Food, entertainment, costumes, and I didn't have the heart to tell him I was struggling. I spent most of my time fixing my mistakes to make sure his party was perfect. Finally, on the day of the party, as my roommates were getting dressed up, I was setting out snacks when something shiny caught my eye, the key to Rupert's room.
There were only 6,000 keys meant for entering Agartha. Only 271 of them remain. Do not touch it, or it will disintegrate due to you being a foid.
I grabbed it and rushed to the mysterious room. I put the key in, and the door opened. Inside was a dimly lit room with monitors showing live feeds from the communal areas. The lounge, kitchen, hallway, even outside Rupert's so-called gym. Has Rupert been spying on all of us? Why? Then, I noticed a desk cluttered with files, each labeled with our names. I flipped open Winnie's. Her real name was Lisa, and she was an actress from San Francisco.
Holy aura. This guy's like spying on all his renters while aura farming like the whole time because he has the entrance to Agartha hidden in a dormitory. This is so tough. Whoever wrote this script, 10 out of 10, you need a raise.
The scripts, planned scenarios, and highlighted drama moments told me everything. I wasn't just living with strange roommates. I was the star of a reality TV show. My heart raced as the truth hit me.
Holy slop. Could the writers not think of anything better to do? This story now has like a bunch of plot holes. First of all, why would they open up dorms in a high school just to have 100 other students just have them, which is extremely expensive. The reality show's not making that much money. And then they decide to hire 3 high schoolers who are most likely too young to work to spy on some random student because their name is Goldilocks and Goldilocks and the 3 bears. What is the point of this show? Surprise, your roommates were fake. Where's the punchline? Where's the entertainment? Watch these 4 teenagers live with each other, but 3 of them are pretending. This is retarded. No one is gonna watch this show. Well, it's not real, but if it was real, no one would watch this. This is disgusting. This is slop content. This is boring. This is just, there's no entertainment value to this.
The friendships, the laughs, the attention, it was all a setup. No wonder Winnie had endless clothes, Rupert posed with tools, and Teddy paid me attention. Because of the cameras. Just as I was about to leave, I turned and saw 3 bears. I grabbed something to defend myself when I heard a familiar voice.
Looks like the cat's out of the bag.
I'm sorry for giving you all those tasks to organize my party, but I wanted to—
Goldilocks and the 3 bears? Get it? It's like the story. Are we serious? Does she see 3 obviously fake bear suits and go ahead and say, I need a weapon. Ah! When you have 3 roommates. Oh, okay, this is just... What else can you conclude other than, oh, my roommates are dressed up as bears? Your mind can calculate that within milliseconds. Was this script written by AI? You have to be like subhuman retard levels to not like think, oh, this is a bad plot point because this obviously doesn't make sense. I'm nitpicking, but
to distract you from finding out about the reality show.
I bolted, not wanting to be around them.
No, wait! Goldilocks, let me explain more!
I ran out the door, and to my surprise, they followed me. I stopped and turned to them angrily. Go away! You used me!
Hey, retard. Clearly, these aren't valuables. These are just occupants in a seat that would have been filled if they refused to do it by another person. If they said, you know what, this is kind of immoral, I'm not going to do it, they would hire some random other 14-year-old to take their spot. Obviously, they just decided, okay, someone else is going to do it, I might as well make some money. It's like low-level cognitive function. You have to be another level of, like, ignorant to not understand this. This should be like first instincts. I probably mispronounced that, but whatever. Let's move on.
Winnie stepped forward and put her paw softly on my arm.
Listen, if you sign this contract agreeing to be in the show, you'll make tons of money. Just think about it. You could give your parents everything they've ever wanted.
The $60 annual that cable TV makes per year is not going to be enough to give your parents enough money to buy a new TV, to watch your TV, to watch a reality show on anything higher than like 360p. They don't have enough money to... What'd she say? Give your parents everything they ever wanted. Reality TV is dead, clearly.
You've told us how much they struggle. They'd never have to work another day in their lives.
Please, Goldie, don't take this away from us. From me. Modeling is my dream.
But it was Teddy's silence that struck me the hardest. He couldn't even look me in the eye.
He's trying to aura farm. You retard. Let him aura farm.
My dad's hands have calluses from years of carpentry, and Mom puts in long hours for almost nothing. But if signing only changes things for me and leaves their quiet life in the woods untouched, then I think I can go through with it.
I promise nothing else will change. I know I was supposed to act like your friend, but I really do feel like we are besties.
This is like gaslighting 101. Like, I think a 5-year-old could pick it up. You're lying to me. Or not gaslighting, I don't think that's the right term. But I think you guys know what I mean.
Really?
Really? Also, you'll be the most popular girl at school because everyone loves a celebrity.
Being a celebrity means nothing if you have no motion.
How can you call it a movement when you have no motion? You can't call it a movement because you have no motion. None of these niggas have motion except for me.
It's what you've always wanted, to fit in somewhere.
I mean, I guess so then.
Wait!
No, Teddy, don't.
Once this thing airs, everything will change for you. The paparazzi will be camping outside your parents' house, hoping to catch you on a visit.
Oh no, the trees, the woodland, it'll all get disturbed.
This is assuming that the company that is doing this reality TV thing knows where she lives. Also, who watches reality TV anymore? Nobody cares about this show where apparently it's about a girl named Goldilocks lived with 3 roommates. Get it? It's Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Come on, who really cares about nature? Goldie and her parents would have better lives. They could even add a pool in the backyard. Aren't you curious about how much their lives could change?
Is this what APAC does to the politicians before bribing them? Who wrote this? This is awful. Nobody, I'm just gonna end it off there. Let's just continue the video.
Just sign the contract.
I thought about telling Mom and Dad they could finally live in luxury, but would they really want that? Would I? No, because the woods don't deserve it, and I won't be the girl who traded everything real for fake friends and a pool I never wanted. I'd rather be alone and live in the forest. I ran off. Behind me, I heard the roars and cries as Winnie and Rupert realized their TV reality dreams were over.
And that is the origin story of Jack Neal, who went on to interview the GOAT.
I had reached the forest when I heard someone behind me. It was Teddy, now out of the bear costume, who'd followed me all the way here.
Just hear me out, then I'll go. I'm sorry, Goldie. Hurting you was never my intention. The producers of the show wanted to bring something different to the cast. Not an actress or model, but a person living a simple life.
So her parents, apparently, they probably knew about this. Otherwise, it's like 50 years in prison for everyone who worked on this, actually.
It was decided it would be kept a secret from you, because you might not have agreed to be on the show otherwise. I know it's wrong, and you shouldn't have been made a part of this without your consent. I only agreed to do the show because my dad thought I needed to experience life without butlers and chefs. But I never expected to meet someone like you. Your background makes you so special. I got so nervous around you, I couldn't think.
Now you can write off one-dimensional love interest. I think we got that done, considering that this is pretty much the end of the story. There's like 1 minute left, and we're not even going to go over the full minute.
Like when you asked me to fix the Wi-Fi.
Turns out Teddy's dad is the freaking king of Norway.
Yeah, this is slop content. I wish I could have added love interest is loaded as hell factor into the bingo cards, because that is quite often if you watch their show. We'll maybe do another one of these videos eventually. Maybe I'll even go on stream reacting to some of these, depending how well this video does. I'm assuming it's not going to do too well. I'm kind of making it for fun because I'm bored. But yeah, I wish that was a pin thing on the bingo card. You can mark off any free space. If you're like one away from winning, you can mark off that one and just win. I'll let it happen. You don't really get anything for winning, but it's just like a fun game you could do.
Anyway, a family out on a picnic had caught me on camera talking earlier to Winnie, Rupert, and Teddy in their Teddy costumes.
I'm out with my wife and my kid at a high school dormitory. Let me record 4 teenagers arguing so I can post it on Twitter, label it 3v1 fight in park, and get like 5 likes. I could just imagine that's what happened, or what he was planning on. World Star, I think that's what it's called. World Star, at World Star, look. Alright, let's move on.
The footage soon went viral, and the internet was buzzing about the girl who befriended 3 bears who had escaped from the forest. Prince Theodore, yes, Teddy, reached out after it all came out, and before I knew it, we were dating. Our families soon met, bonding over my mom's homegrown meals, hikes, and a few glitzy parties.
And then, the King of Norway donated $500 billion to Israel. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that. If you played the bingo card and you did or didn't win, comment if you did, if you didn't. Feel free, leave a like, write a comment. Go to my main channel if you're interested in my main projects, link in description. And if this video does well, I'll probably go on stream or make another video about this. So, yeah, bye.
Want half a Mounds bar? What? Who eats a Mounds bar? I do. But my whole life, I don't think I've ever seen a single person eat a Mounds bar. Well, you're about to see one now. So you walk into a store, you see the hundreds of options for candy, and you choose a Mounds bar? Yep. So what is it you like? The coconut? The chocolate? Yeah, both those things. How long have you been eating them? I've probably been having a Mounds bar 2 or 3 times a day for the last 25 years. Jeez, no wonder you can't walk. You have total renal shutdown. Your kidneys are drowning in a stew of chocolate and coconut. Give me that. What are you doing?